Hong Kong, a free market economy and one of the world's leading financial centers, the per capita GDP of Hong Kong is $52,984.06. As per the Index of Economic Freedom, Hong Kong has had the highest degree of economic freedom in the world. Close ties to the mainland China, virtually no public debt, a sound banking system, and a huge amount of foreign exchange reserves are some of the positive points of the economy of Hong Kong. United States of America. While most nations mentioned in the list have relatively small population, it is striking to note that the USA, the world's biggest economy, can maintain per GDP of $53,097, having a population of more than 300 million people. The country maintained its biggest and technologically robust economy through its substantial indigenous automotive industry, democratic setup that guards the entrepreneurial spirit, and technological sector that upholds innovation. Switzerland. Switzerland is among those nations that has the world's most stable economy with per capita GDP of $53,976.60. The keys to the nation's economic livelihood include Swiss banking and financial institutions, highly evolved service sector, dexterous labor force, and manufacturing industries based on high technology. Moreover, Switzerland has access to extraordinary capital to use for investment motives, as world's wealthiest persons and companies hold Swiss bank accounts. Also, the nation's most popular cities, Geneva and Zurich, have repeatedly appeared in the top 10 list of highest living standard cities in the world. United Arab Emirates. UAE is a prosperous nation. It is an open economy and has a high per capita income. The per capita GDP of UAE is $63,180.83. The small nation has 10% of the world's total supply of oil reserves and the world's fifth largest natural gas reserves. Oil, which is the mainstay of UAE economy, accounts for about 30% of the country's GDP. Norway. Norway, or the Kingdom of Norway, has the world's sixth highest per capita GDP, $64,363.14, allowing its 5 million population to reap the profit of its strong economy. Having large-scale reserves of natural gas, petroleum, minerals, seafood, and fresh water, Norway is the third biggest exporter of natural gas and seventh largest oil exporter. Kuwait. Kuwait is a small but a wealthy country. The country's crude oil reserves, which are about 102 billion barrels, form more than 6% of the world reserves. The per capita GDP is $70,785.46. Oil sector dominates the economy. Petroleum accounts for over half of the GDP of the country, 89% of the government income, and 94% of export revenues. The Kuwait oil exports are oil products, chemical fertilizers, crude oil, LPG, salt, and chlorine. Brunei. The world's fourth richest country, Brunei has extraordinary wealth owing to its extensive natural gas and oil reserves. The per capita GDP is $73,823.13, and the data indicates that both oil and gas reserves contribute more than 70% towards the nation's economy and around 90% of exports in terms of revenue. Moreover, the country seeks to encourage more and more investment, becoming self-sufficient in food sector and observing high standards of administration in both public and private sectors. Singapore. Singapore, officially known as the Republic of Singapore, is the tiny and self-governing city of Southeast Asia. Ranked as the third richest country in the world, it has per capita GDP of $78,761.92 and is one of the world's leading centers for commerce. The foundation of Singapore's wealth is its service sector for finance, its liberal economic ground that promotes innovation and growth, and its export industry for chemicals. Moreover, the country has the world's second busiest port that exported $414 billion of commodities in the year 2011. In 2014, it handled 33.9 million 20-foot containers. Luxembourg. Luxembourg, with just 500,000 population, ranks number 2nd in this list and has per capita GDP of $90,332.89, which is multiple times of the world average. The cornerstone of this powerful economy is its exuberant financial sector, ever-increasing and diversified industries to include steel, rubber, chemicals, etc., and its judicious fiscal policies. Its proximity with Belgium, France, and Germany is also a crucial factor for the prosperity and economic growth of the nation. Qatar. Qatar tops the list of 10 richest countries in the world because of its record-breaking GDP per capita, which is $143,894.18. The country has a well-evolved oil exploration industry and is considered the mainstay of Qatar's economy. It is striking to note that the petroleum industry contributes over 62% towards the government revenue, approximately 92% towards export earnings, and over 60% towards GDP. It is also one of the nations that has invested hugely in British property and firms.